just thought I'd show you a quick video on how to see if your chainsaw has a good engine. In other words, if the piston cylinder is scored, if you're new to buying used saws. First thing you always want to do before you purchase it is give the starter rope a couple good pulls, and then the best way is pull that muffler off, which I've already loosened. So this is an old Craftsman / Pullman micro, 2.3 probably, 38, 34 cc's. They're okay, bolt-on jug, very easy to work on. Fuel line comes down through here. You can see it right there. Very simple Walbro, I think WA carburetor. Good starter saw to work on. They're very simple. I just got this one today in the junk pile the place puts out for me. And so on these older saws, whether it's an older Pullman, certain McCulloch, older home lights, you're going to want 5/16, or if it's slotted, I prefer 5/16. You get better gripping power. You want to pull this off. This had that stupid plastic cover on there that most of these don't usually have. They're usually gone. Your outer muffler, muffler baffle, spacer, you don't want to lose that, you'll crush it. Spark arrestor, inner baffle. So this saw has seen some moisture, some rust. When I got it, there was ice in the bottom of this, which I didn't really know what saw it was, because I just grabbed it and it felt way too heavy to be one of these. I thought maybe it was a 2800, but bigger saw, better saw, but the case is too small. So anyway, let's take a look. And it's kind of weird, brand new bar and fairly new chain. So even if this saw is junk, I'll keep the bar. So, as you can see, I mean, it looks like it's scratched, but it's not. That piston's in good shape. Let's see if we can get a better look at the rings. That's just oil. The saw's in real good shape. Pull it past it. Let's see. There we go. Wait a minute. Yep. So these saws have a chrome piston and a bare bore. Some people complain about that. It's really not a big deal. I've never seen one worn out. Ideally you'd want a bare piston and a chrome bore or Nikasil bore. That's what all those ones down there have. That little Husky has. But Pullman was doing this, and then if you bought the Pro version, it had the chrome bore, maybe 2-ring piston. I mean, these only use a single weight crank on them, so they vibrate a little bit more than the Super 25, which is a better saw. Long story short, so this is a good starting point. If nothing else, we know we have a good engine. Crank seal's good, who knows? You'd have to do a vac or leak down test, but that's further down the line. I'm willing to bet you do a set of fuel lines on this saw, it'll be up and running. Has not been used much. Another way to tell, this saw doesn't have a bucking spike, but you look for wear right here. If the paint's missing, as you can see, all the paint's there. Obviously they've replaced the bar. And on the older saws that have a magnesium handle, you get glove wear. From wearing leather gloves, it'll actually wear. I don't have one here. All those have plastic tanks, plastic handles, but the older ones in the Pullman Super 25s and the 2300, whatever version of this in the Pullman Super 25 series, it's a quick way to gauge. Typically, with these Craftsman saws, they're always, very low hour use. These were bought by homeowners, but they're commercial grade saws. They're pretty good saws. So, pull the muffler, give it a couple pulls, and then from here you would take the spark plug out, do a compression check. You'd want over, I like to see 150 psi. Might be a little optimistic for these. That 61 and that 046, and some of those you're going to get real high numbers. On these reed valve saws, they're not that tight. The best you'll see is 150. But anyway, if you're looking into getting old saws and fixing them up and running them, fixing them up and selling them, you always want to pull that muffler off first. Very simple. Minimal amount of tools. Like not like this saw. Very involved. You know, you have to take that whole cover off. Muffler's under there. Looks like a pain. Not so with these. Enjoy your day.